Guys, welcome back to the software testing tips and tricks channel. So in this video we'll talk about what is page object model and why should we use it. Also then I will show you how to implement page object model for the Playwright with the TypeScript. So I will show you the live code from the scratch so you can follow up and you can start learning from the beginning. Also we'll talk about few drawbacks and then we'll conclude the things. So till now what happens is we were writing the scripts like this. So these are the sample script we have used till now in this video. So if you see this scripts, we can see there are a lot of things that are using redundant. We are keep on using same things multiple times and all. So to overcome from this thing, and we implement the design pattern called page object model. So in page object model, what we will do is we will divide this text in the objects or different pages. So for example, in my website I have something called a login and then a cart and then the item pages. So for each page I can create one test file, and similarly I can create another page file where I implement the method. So what will happen is for example, I have this page.locator div, so I don't have to use this multiple time whenever I have to take the screenshot of that. Or this is the Google code, so I am just clicking on the search item and filling the search. So in Google, if you think like they have thousands of tests and every time they have to search something, so they can't implement these two lines thousand times, right? So to overcome that, what we can do is we can create one method, and we will have this identifier only once. So if something changes in the search, I have to only search only change that one time. And if some additional step added here in between this, so if I have created separate method for that, it I have to do only one time. So those are the benefits of the page object model, that it should be easy to use and redundant, and those people who are not familiar, they can also read the script very easy. It is easy to maintain, like if what we talk, right, if something got changed, it is easy to maintain. Only we at one place we need to change everything and it will start working. Also it increase the reusability, so we can use same identifiers multiple times, so we can create only once and keep on using that, so we don't have to write lots of line of code. And also it improves the readability. So this code is messier, like if we talk about the more things, right, we have everything at one file only, so we are adding everything at one. So we are adding identifier, clicking on that, then again so it is a bit hard to read, but once we will implement page object model, you will see like how easy it to read. So people like managers and other people who are not writing test, they can also read it and they can understand like what is written inside the test. So these are the main benefits of uh, page object model. Now we will start implementing the page object model for Playwright with the TypeScript. So I will show you the live code. So what I have done is like I have created one Playwright page object model directory, and it is very new. I didn't did anything here. So first thing we need to do is we need to install the Playwright. So we can do npm init Playwright. So it will install the latest Playwright by default. So now it has installed the Playwright and created packet.json and packet.log.json also created. So all the basic Playwright things are creating. Also it is installing the browser. Npx Playwright install will install that WebKit browser that we need to run the Playwright. So we are done with the Playwright, and we have that sample test as well and test folder. So this is the spec file. So we need to create one more directory called page. So I am creating one pages inside the, so page and test directory should be in same one. So it is easy to use, and we do not need to give complex path to call each other. So now we have created pages and we have test. One more I am creating, that is called utilities. So utility is used to for putting some settings like username, password if you want to put, and some of the basic settings that you need to use in entire project. It is not dependent to one page, right? So those things you can put in the utilities. So now we have this sample test, but we will create from page. So let's find some sample login script and we'll try to use it. So this is a sample login file. I'm saying you username and password provided. So this is the login page. So I need to create one page called login.page.ts. So I have created this login page and I will created one test file for the same. So this is the login.spec.ts. So it will use we will write the test here and all the uh, things that we require to implement this like web element and methods will go here. So let's start. First, we what we need to do is we need to write code in login page.ts file. So here what we will write is we will write only the locators and methods. So let's start. So what we need to do is like let's go to the example code we have in page object model file. So we are writing with TypeScript. So here is the example code. So they are importing from Playwright test, and then we have these locators. So they have defined locators, and then they have given the locators file, and then we have this method. So this is what will it will go in the page file. So let's first do import, and then we will create the class. So it's export class. Let's give a class name as login page, and let's start. Now what we need to do is we need to define our locators. So first of all, page is already there. So from this page we will use this, and we will create the locators, and we'll use in method as well. So let's define first page, and now what we need to do is we need to define the locators. So where we will define locators in the construction. So whenever the class load, the construction load first, and we get all the locators here in the construction. So let's copy this constructor. We don't need this thing. We will define our own locators. So page is there. Now what we need to do, I want to define locators for this login, right? So let's go to developer tool and check. So for username, it is ID username. So we can use same. So we can check here as well, ID username, and we can use that. So first let's define read only, and this is username. We need to define this much only, and this dot username equal to page dot locator ID username. So this is the what locator we have defined. Now same way we need to define the password. So let's go here and check for the password. So it is has ID password. So we can use same. So read only password, and here we can give this dot password equal to page dot locator, and can give password. So we get the username and password, and then we need to click on the submit button. So submit also has id submit, so we can use same. So we can say submit button, and here it's, we need to check the sensitive. Okay, small only, so we can go. So we got the our whatever we needed for the locators to log in. You enter username, enter password, and click on the submit. So now what we need to do is we need to define this method. So here also, like we can say those are the locators like this. So it in TypeScript we need to mention this so that we know like for what purpose we are using these variables. So now we have done this. Now I am creating a method. So first we need to go to the URL, so we can give this URL method here. I am naming go to URL, and we can put this URL practice test login. So we got that URL. Now what we need to do is saying login. So we are login here. So first we need to do is we need to enter username. So what we will do page dot this dot page dot this dot username dot field, and we will give the username here. So username I will get from here. So I take username and password, and both should be used here. So username I am passing here, and this is TypeScript. So again we need to give like it is string, and same for password. Okay, string is small. Now wait, this dot password dot field, and we need to give is the password, and this should be also string. And now we need to click on submit button. So wait, this dot submit button dot click. So this method simply just click on login page, and it will work. So I didn't put any enough weight, but you can wait also, and you can check also like if this identifier exists before clicking on this. So now we have completed this login.page.ts file. There, now we will write the our test case in the spec file. So spec file will remain same like what we used to write, and for new users like let's write from beginning only. So here you will file one spec file. So I am just copying this. So we need to import test and expect that because here like expect is used for assertion, so here we do the assertion. So whatever the test got execution are proper or not, that we will do here. And here we need to give the class name that we have created, and that is login page. So we will put this login page here. We need to export their class before this here. So if we see here, we are exporting this class. So here also like in login page we have exported the class. So we will get this here, we are importing here, and we need to give the path of that class. So for me it is dot dot slash, and it is in pages folder, and class name is login page dot ts we need to write, or it will work without ts as well. So we got there. Now what we need to do is we need to write one of the test. So I have just copied the test. I am giving the file name of this test is uh, login success. So this is to for true login or with right credentials. We here like we need to define our login page, and we need to give some login page, and here we need to give this login page. Okay, so first name of the class would be capital, but I kept as small, so here also it coming as small. And now I am doing this capital. So here I have created. Now I need to do login page dot go to URL. So we have this method called, let's remove this so we don't get any confusion. So we are going to that URL. Now what we need to do is we just need to login, and we need to give username and password here. So we can give username and password here. So let's copy username student, password 123. So you can give URL also from here, like if you are using multiple URLs, or you can define URL somewhere and you can give that variable here. So now we have did the login. Now we need to verify like whatever login we have done is correct or not. So we can do await page dot contain. So we can verify like this is successful or not. So once we do the student and password 123, so we need to verify it is login successful or not. So for that we can see like h1 class post title is login successful. So page dot locator, we can use any locator like, or we can create method as well, but we are defining it one time only. Yeah, like we are using it one time only, so I am creating here. Otherwise you can create as well there as well. So I am just putting like text equal to be. I am just defining simply, but what if I have created video how to use Express, so you can put like multiple ways. Okay, whatever text we are getting from here is login successfully or not, or you can check in the page like it is login successfully or not. All these things you can assert there. So now I think we are ready with our test. Let's try running that. So let's try running this. So let's put test dot only, so it will run only once. And here let's do npx only means only this test will run. We have other spec file also, so it won't run. That npx playwright test to run the, and we are trying to run in headed mode. So now headed is not supported. So now we started running. Will run in all three browsers, and they got passed. So similarly we can put other tests also here, like to login fail or something. So I can put other like log wrong username scenario, wrong password scenario, then wrong password. I just change it to something ABC123, and then wrong password scenario. So here I give wrong password and username is correct, so it should not log in. So we will remove this, and we will expect accordingly, and like with empty password. So now you can see like even I am putting this empty username password. So now you can see like if even though I am putting this as a multiple test and I am covering all login scenarios here, I don't need to write those methods again and again. So if don't have created this page class, I have to provide id username every time, id password every time, id submit every time in all the tests, right? So if my id login id username change and it becomes uname, then I have to change every time, and I have to change in all the tests where I have written username. Even in other files also it could be there. So I have to change that. But now we have a simple method here, so it will locator only I need to change here, and if something more happens, like before clicking on submit button, I need to click OK or are you sure or something, right? So I need to add only step one here only, and it will work for everything. So this is how page object model is useful. So some drawbacks people are saying is like it is complex to just create framework. This looks simple, but when you have project is has multiple pages, and there are thousands of pages in the, if you take the example of Amazon, Flipkart, they have thousands of pages, right? So you know how to manage those pages and all. So this is what it makes more complex. Other thing is like when I have written like this, so someone when new developer or someone is starting, they may not be aware like how this method is working. They start writing their own method, and it may create duplicate methods and more confusing. So for that you need proper architect who can manage this framework and make sure like all the PR got reviewed, so that we don't have duplicate methods or the same methods does same steps and all. So for that, other good idea is to put the comments. So whenever you are doing this, just put comments here. What this username and password doing first, like this should be username, this should be password, and put this like this method should be used just for login purpose. So if there is forgot password or something, other steps are there, there should be other method. Also like sometimes you need only username, only password, then that method should be different. So those kind of things you can put there, and that will help the developer. Also here like in spec file also, before each test you can put some comments saying like this test will do this test will do this, like that, so that it is very easy to understand the users. So if you have any queries, feel free to ask, and please subscribe this channel and share it to your QA friends. I have shared my social media links in the description. You can check those out. It is really funny memes and very helpful information as well for software testing. So thank you.